Hey you guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be going over a cheap Poly Joe kit I purchased off of Amazon. This is part of my Nails on a Budget series that I've been working on. And the budget was for $25, and I actually ended up spending $26 through the shipping, so I honestly didn't do too bad. One of the things that I purchased are some duck nail tips. I wanted to try those. I literally come from that generation where nail sets were like $25 for a full set, 15 for a refill, excuse me, 15 for a refill. And the only thing I honestly do not remember, it could have just been maybe where I was located. I was born and raised in the Midwest. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I never really seen anybody wear duck nails. I'm not sure where that trend came from. Let me know in the comments if you remember anybody wearing duck nails, especially if you grew up around the 80s and 90s. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get right in. I actually stopped using my peel-off base coat because I found the nail product that actually helps me remove my nails when I'm done, so I could just pop them off really easily. So sometimes with base gel, when you file, they pop off. But so with this method, it doesn't happen. So I went ahead and sliced down my nail tips, and then I'm just applying it with some glue. And I'm not going to swatch these out because I am using every single color, so you're going to see it anyway. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go in with a layer of base gel and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. I will have how much I paid for it. I think around the time that I purchased it, it was like $9. I think now it's like $12. So the price difference has changed since then. But when I purchased it, this Poly Joe kit was like $9, but now it's currently $12 on Amazon. So I got this Poly Joe kit, and then I got the duck nail tips, and I got a metallic gel polish. I think it was purple. I might do like a quick gel set with that because I haven't done purple nails in a while. So I do want to do that as well. So we're going to go ahead and go right in. I am starting off on my thumb, and I'm just squeezing out a good amount, just like toothpaste on my nail, so I have full coverage. And typically with me, I can go all the way through and not really flash cure, but I am going to flash cure in between each set. I have a couple of more nail sets that are going to be coming up. I do have a solid nail gel that I found. I had to get them individual, but they are solid nail gels. If y'all remember that video that I did with the Marvin solid nail gels, so I was able to find another brand. It was a cheap brand too. So that's going to be coming up next. And then as always, you guys know anything I use in the video, I will have a link in my description box, as well as a link to my press-on store, which is on SD. And then I will have a discount code for you guys as well. Like I said before in my last video, I'll have that link in the box, somewhere in the cards. Anytime you purchase a press-on nail kit, I may or may not, it just depends on how I feel, you will receive like a display set as well, because I do like to get rid of that inventory so it doesn't just pile up. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to let you watch me work. It's really self-explanatory if you've ever done Poly Joe nails before. It's really easy to do, especially if you do it on full cover nails. Just make sure you squeeze enough so you can get one full coverage. And then for me, for slip, typically I do use isopropyl alcohol, or I might use a little bit of base gel. Doesn't matter what type of base gel. It could be just some random base gel that you have lying around, and I use that as well. So I'll dab like a little bit of base gel on the nail itself, and then I will go in and dab my brush in isopropyl alcohol, and then just start molding it onto my nail. And then as far as a full cure, I do go all the way and flash cure in between nails. And then for a full, I do a 60-second full cure when I'm all the way done. Now the Poly Joe itself, it was actually really easy to work with. It wasn't too stiff. The only thing I didn't like, I think it just depends on the color. Like this, the green color, I honestly did not like that color. It literally looked like poop almost. And with it being color changing, like I honestly did not like that green color at all. But you do get like a little bit of air bubbles, and I think it just depends on how much flips that you use. So you do have to be mindful of that when you're using this product. But for the most part, it was actually a really good product to use, and it was very easy to mold. And probably out of all the colors, my favorite color was the purple, of course. And our purple is my favorite color, but I did like the purple and the red one. So this one changes from purple to blue. The green one that I did changes from green to yellow. And then the pink one, or red, I think, pink, it changes to like a light purple color. And then there is another color in there. It's like a coffee color that changes to red. Another holidays just passed. Some may celebrate Juneteenth. Some may celebrate the 4th. For me, I do celebrate Juneteenth. You probably will not really see me do any holiday inspired nail sets. Maybe around Christmas, I might do one or two. But for the most part, I honestly don't celebrate holidays like I used to. Mind you, I do come from a big family, but since my grandmother passed away, we honestly do not get together like we used to. So normally around the holidays, I do get like a little depressed and sad because it's not the same like it used to be. So while I'm recording and doing my voiceover, if you hear fireworks, I do apologize. Normally around here, fireworks do not stop until I would say probably October-ish. That's when you stop hearing them. So let me know in the comments, like as far as when Juneteenth comes around, the 4th of July, how long do you guys hear fireworks? For me, like I said, I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, on the west side, and we typically hear fireworks at least all the way up until mid-October. So we're going to go ahead and file with the polygel itself and filing. Very easy to file through. And I don't even know what course bit this is, honestly. I don't know the names of them. I just know when I look at them what they are and how I use them. So I just use this to get the majority of the bulk off. After I've well applied, I think on the purple nail, that's when I had to do a lot of work because I over applied. But for the most part, when I do polygel nails, I typically use like a sanding band with the safety bit. And I go in with a 100 grit, and then I go in with a 180 grit. And then my last bit is typically a 250 bit, which is like a buffer. And then I go in with my 80 grit to shape them up. And with duck nails, I am still having a hard time trying to learn how to shape them. I do struggle with them a little bit, but I did the best that I could with the e-file. This is actually literally my favorite e-file so far. I've been through 2 of them within the last 3 years. The first one I got, I think I paid like around $79 for it. And it fizzed out on me, I think, within a year, and I had to replace it. I got the same one because I really didn't know which one to get. And so I'm one of those people, once I know something, that's what I stick with. I don't really like to change. So I ended up purchasing another one, and of course the same thing happened again, and I had to go and purchase another one. This one is a cordless e-file, so I am going to be using this a lot. It is rechargeable as well, so when I need to recharge it, I just go ahead and plug it in and let it sit up all day, so it can charge. And then as far as how long it'll last, we'll see how long it'll last, because like I said, it's cordless, and so you don't run the risk of you messing up the cord or anything like that, or the cord having to burn out. So as far as the design, I actually had some gel molds that I purchased off of SD. They were gummy bears, but the gummy bears itself, they were really small, and I really didn't like the way they looked. So I ended up purchasing some more gummy bears off of Amazon. And then these nail decals, these are off of the Decal Nail site. I know if you've watched Femi, you may have heard of her before. So these are from Decal Nails, and they're really good. Like, I honestly thought I was going to have to, like, draw on them so they can see through it because I use color instead of just pure white. But they are very pigmented. I think she uses a white backing for it, so that way you don't have to do that. Very easy to use. So for me, when they were small like this, I just honestly cut them out and then put it on my nail stepper and dab it and then slide it off. It's easier that way instead of just sitting it in the water when they're that small. So I'm proud of myself. I am going to pat myself on the back. I normally do not talk to you guys this long. I do have social anxiety. I don't know why. It's so weird. But for me, even when I'm just explaining what I'm doing, I get kind of nervous about it, especially with me because I know I kind of have a speech impediment. I don't know if it's, and plus I have a really thick accent as well. So for me, with my speech impediment, I cannot say R's correctly. So it depends on where it is in the word. It may sound weird, like when I say purple versus car. You may hear it sound a little bit different. So that's what one of the things I'm really scared of. But I am learning to overcome that fear and talk to you guys a little bit more. So right now, with the Hasbiro, do y'all know the Hasbiro gummy bears? That's what this set is inspired off of. The Hasbiro design was too big itself, so I did cut it in half and then put one at the top of my nail and then one at the bottom. I am done placing my decals. I'm just going to go in with a thin layer of base gel and cure that in a lamp. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in through with my design. So I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this video. And I will be back in towards the end of it. So this is the end. With the color changing, you do have to activate with hot water. And so as soon as you stick your hand, it instantly changes. And you can see the different colors. For instance, the coffee changes to a really light red. And then that dark green changes to yellow. And then the purple changes to blue. And then the pink changes to like a lavender purple color, and I almost kind of looked ombre-ish, and I did like how that looked at as well when the colors changed. And so this is what they look like again when they were out the water and they have to cool down. So as always, love you guys, be kind to each other, and I will see you on my next one.